Hello, I'm Tylah Tully. Today I'm joined by Nordic Resources Executive Director Rob Wrixon. Rob, it's an exciting time for Nordic as the company scooped up 3 advanced gold projects in Finland. Can you tell us about the opportunity here?
Absolutely. Thanks, Tyler. Nice to meet you. The key to this transaction really is the Kopsa gold project. It's primarily gold with a bit of copper, and it's a really significant advanced deposit in Finland, one of Finland's largest undeveloped gold resources already. It's 815,000 ounces of gold equivalent. As I said, mostly gold. There's about 15% of the value, maybe 20 comes from copper, and it's got a lot of room to grow. It's very shallow. About most of the resources between 0 and 150 meters below surface. So there's plenty of room to grow both near surface, and we now understand it a bit better. There's a lot of room to grow at depth as well. Could be just the surface expression of a much larger system. So Kopsa is really exciting, and there's 2 other gold projects to go along with it.
I think you've just touched on it there, but of the 3 projects, Kopsa is certainly a standout with an existing copper-gold resource. What are the immediate plans for that deposit?
Well, first of all, we're going to complete the deal at the end of May, subject to shareholder approval. And then we will, as soon as possible right after, be going straight in with the drill rig. As I said, we're targeting shallow resource growth to grow that up close to 1 million ounces, maybe more, if we're lucky. And we'll also be testing some of these really exciting looking deeper targets. At the same time, we'll do some scoping study analysis. There has been a previous scoping study done at Kopsa back in 2013 when it was a 330,000 ounce resource and a $1,200 gold price. Now the resource has grown 2.5 times, and the gold price is, 2.5 times larger. So we're really keen to see what the results look like now.
And you mentioned in your news release that the company has been working on this deal for 6 months. What is it about Kopsa and the other gold projects that stood out for you back then?
Well, primarily it was what had been done with Kopsa in the last 3 years. As I said before, back in 2013, when the previous owners had it, they ran a feasibility study, and it was 333,000 ounces. What Northgold, the group that we're transacting with, have done in the last 3 years is phenomenal. The exploration manager there has managed to grow the resource 2.5 times with only 6,600 meters of drilling. He's really caught on to where the high-grade shoots are going, near surface. And to us, that suggests that there could be a lot more to come. And so we've kept an eye on it for quite a long time. We really wanted to do the deal 6 months ago. Want to do it even more now because the gold price has gone up so much, and it could be there for a long time. So it's such a strong project, alongside 2 other gold projects, which in a lot of other companies would be their flagship as well. So we're really delighted to be able to have got this deal over the line.
In conjunction with the acquisitions, Nordic raised nearly $3 million. What kind of investors took part in that raising, and what does this say about the confidence behind the acquisitions?
Well, about half the money came from existing shareholders, and they were delighted that we're staying in Finland because we already have a very important nickel-copper sulfide exploration deposit. We do have a deposit, but it's also a lot of exploration ground, and we're working with JV partners, potential JV partners on that. So being able to bolt on a really important gold acquisition at the same time was really important for most of our shareholders, and they backed it very strongly. At the same time, we worked with Canaccord to bring in some new retail shareholders. So it's primarily a retail raise, but as the word gets out, and I think when people see how advanced this deposit is, and it has a mining license granted already, conditional upon road access, I think we're going to get some institutional support as time goes on in the not too distant future.
Lastly, can you share with us any updates today on Nordic's nickel-copper Pulu project, which was your flagship asset when you listed in 2022?
Absolutely. I mean, we did quite a lot of drilling there, and we're operating in Finland very effectively, and that's why we're delighted to have another project in Finland. And we actually did drill out what is actually Western Europe's largest undeveloped nickel-cobalt resource at Hotenvara. Now, it's fairly low grade, probably doesn't work at today's nickel price, but what it does show is that, there's a lot of nickel in that system, and we do hit in places where it's forming massive sulfides, 5-10% nickel. So a lot of groups are very interested in working with us in this area. Now, it's a big area, so we probably do need to partner with a group that has, deep pockets and the technical team to be able to help us unlock where some of these high-grade massive sulfides are. So that's what's going on. We're in discussions with a number of groups. We only just got out of the exclusivity with BHP through the Explore program about 9 months ago. So we've been working with other groups since then. And the great thing about this gold deal is that we're able to concentrate in Finland, continue our work there with the same exploration team. We're really, really good there in Finland, and continue that runway that we have to be able to get a deal done at Pulju. So it's really a strong deal for Nordic shareholders to be able to keep the existing project very much alive while we focus on, in the near term, really understanding what's there at Kopsa for the gold copper.
Well, Rob, thanks for joining us. These acquisitions definitely sound like a great addition to your portfolio.
Yeah, thanks very much, Tylah.